Hi, I'm Christopher Blakeslee. I suffered from autoimmune diseases for most of my life and was in severe nerve pain for 15 years. Now, I'm completely healthy thanks in part to what I want to talk to you about today, 5-day water fasting. I've done 15 such fasts, and they've been critical to my recovery. Each time whenever I reach the final day, my pain lowers and it continues after the fast. This process has led to my first pain-free days in 25 years. This video will cover what fasting is and does, cautions about it, how to build toward attempting a 5-day fast, tips for managing the 5 days, and refeeding after. Let's jump in. Fasting means going without food for a window of time. It can be as short as an intermittent fast of 12 hours or an extended fast of 120 hours. When you're without food, your body runs on water and stored fat for fuel. Eating a high-fat ketogenic diet also makes your body run primarily on fat. A keto diet is not a prerequisite for extended fasting, though. All 15 5-day fasts I've done were not on keto. Extended water fasting has many benefits. This video will focus on its applications for improving chronic health problems and chronic pain. Fasting is a hormetic stressor, which can be thought of as good stress, just as high-intensity interval training or a cold plunge can be great for causing beneficial biochemicals in many individuals. However, you have to be healthy enough to add good stress to your daily load, so pay attention to the next part of the video and this video's description for when not to fast. Fasting activates a process called autophagy, where your cells go into repair mode. Since your body doesn't have to spend energy to digest food, the energy can be devoted to this maintenance and repair instead. Damaged cells get repaired, and cells that are too damaged are broken down to repair other cells. Fasting also causes a rise in human growth hormone, which regulates body composition and muscle growth. Fasting is the only way to generate stem cells in the body. Stem cells have many qualities, but the important one for the context of ill health is that they can repair and create tissue. Intermittent fasting can generate stem cells and start autophagy, particularly in younger individuals. But if you're in chronic pain or chronically ill, that's unlikely to happen, and extended fasting is the needed tool. Due to autophagy and stem cell generation, water fasting is great for pain and inflammation. It also reduces autoimmune antibodies, repairs irritated digestive linings, causes hormone balance and fat loss, and much more. There was a tremendous change in my pain once I began monthly extended fasts in 2019. Fasting is also free. Stem cell injections can have more benefits than water fasting, but can cost thousands of dollars, and water fasting can get you many of the same benefits. Water fasting actually saves you money from not buying food. As with all health interventions, intermittent and extended fasting aren't for everyone. Consult your doctor to make sure it's appropriate for you. Since it's a stressor, it can be too much to handle for some health contexts, such as thyroid dysfunction or a time of intense emotional stress. In addition, extended fasting can be dangerous for some individuals, such as pregnant women, underweight individuals, and when on certain medications. Women can do extended fasts, but have special considerations due to hormonal fluctuations. A woman of childbearing age to roughly age 55 shouldn't fast during days 21 to 28 of her monthly hormonal cycle. This is generally the week before her cycle starts. For a full list of cautions, see the description below. You don't want to jump right into multiple days without food. Start with a diet appropriate for your condition, such as a paleo diet, autoimmune protocol, ketogenic diet, and intermittent fasting. If you need help with figuring this step out, I'd be happy to help you with my consultation service. See the link in this video's description to set up a free call. The reason for this point is that fasting can be miserable when you've been eating a lousy diet high in refined seed oils, sugars, and starch. Intermittent fasting is simply a briefer amount of time without food than an extended fast, such as 12 to 24 hours. Start with 12 hours without food. If this is difficult, it can be a sign of underlying health problems. If you haven't had a full lab panel looking at your blood sugar values and how your adrenal system and thyroid are working, this can be a clue that there's a problem with one or more of them. After that, increase the fasting time by 1 to 2 hours per week so the change is smooth and gradual. Once you can fast for 24 hours twice per week, you're ready to try a 5-day water fast. I think 5 days is ideal for an extended water fast. Some people like to stop after 3 days, but autophagy and stem cell generation really ramp up on days 4 and 5. And also, you don't lose too much lean muscle mass until after day 5. I'm also a purist due to the lack of research on the subject. Ingesting something like coffee alters metabolism, and it's currently unclear what that can do to the fasting process. I find attempting an extended fast no more than once per month to be the best. I began getting depleted and feeling worse whenever I do them too close together. Getting resources for a 5-day water fast is simple. All you need is water, electrolyte boosters, and possibly some exogenous ketones. Aim to drink 12 to 16 cups of water per day during the fast. This keeps your energy up and suppresses the hunger hormone ghrelin, making the process much more comfortable. For each cup of water, add some salt, magnesium, and potassium to keep your electrolytes up. To make the process easy, I suggest using half a teaspoon of Keto Chow's fasting drops in each cup of water. You can find a link to them in the description below. The electrolytes should be enough to keep your energy at a good level, but if you aren't on a keto diet, have some exogenous ketones on hand. These can boost your energy and stop you from having the dreaded keto flu with fatigue, muscle tightness, and brain fog. When feeling subpar, I've taken them up to twice per day. I recommend Cobionic's Keto Upgrade supplement, which is also linked to below. You may have heard about how great extended fasts feel, but a lot of that comes from healthy people. The following is my and my clients' experience with 5-day water fasts and how to best set yourself up to succeed at one. Don't expect to feel awful, but be prepared to not feel like your usual self. Take a wait-and-see approach so you're not worried and causing more inflammation in your body from stress hormone generation. With the strategies from this video, you'll be well prepared for what's coming. It could be easier than you're expecting. Ironically, if you feel poorly normally, the 5-day water fast isn't much worse than how you usually feel. It can sometimes feel like it's a little harder when you feel better since there's a bigger contrast. I felt between 60 to 90% of my usual self when on an extended fast. That said, be aware that 5-day water fasting can amplify some negative symptoms of a chronic health problem, and it can cause many symptoms on its own, such as fatigue, brain fog, hunger, cravings, mood changes, increased urination, and sleep disturbances. Every fast of this kind I've done has caused all of those symptoms to at least a minor degree. It depends on each person's health context, how intensely they'll feel the discomfort. The first day can be easy if you've been intermittent fasting for a while or on a ketogenic diet. Having trained to do without food for 24 hours makes the process much more pleasant. Day 2 is usually the hardest for my clients and me, between hours 22 to 40. You can expect the same symptoms of day 1 plus skin rashes as your microbiome shifts and feeling cold. That's your body going into survival mode and hormonal changes occurring. To keep warm, wear extra layers or have a blanket to cover yourself during the day and while sleeping. The latter parts of days 2 through 4 are much tamer versions of days 1 and 2, and mostly the same. I usually begin feeling better on the 4th day and noticeably improved on day 5. That's when the pain-free time kicks in for me. My symptoms and pain improved at the end of all 15 of my 5-day water fasts. Also, expect to lose around 6 to 14 pounds. The good news is that anyone who's dealt with a chronic health problem is more prepared than a healthy person to deal with the discomfort of an extended fast. That's because you put up with discomfort all the time, and this is discomfort you can control. You can end the discomfort at any time by eating. Here are some tips for dealing with negative symptoms and how to make the process as pleasant as possible. If you're hungry, drink 8 ounces of water. That usually quiets the feeling. Schedule an easy week for yourself because you're adding stress and could feel worse than usual. You need the least possible stress for the process to go smoothly. Stay occupied all day. Neuroscience has shown that directing your attention to part of the body increases neural activation in the area and intensifies the sensations. This means focusing on hunger, tiredness, or fatigue makes it worse. Consider leaving the house when other residents make meals so you don't get uncomfortable from the smells. Similarly, avoid going into the kitchen so there are fewer visual triggers to cause you to fixate on hunger. Back down on physical activity. Walk no more than 6,000 to 8,000 steps and only do gentle stretching. Don't do any strength training. You don't want to tear your muscles when you don't have nutrients to rebuild. Do some daily deep breathing sessions to calm your nervous system. Get a massage or more than one. Getting a massage near the end of a 5-day fast resulted in my first pain-free time in 25 years, and several of the fasts with a massage had the same results. I don't recommend using a sauna to relax. It's potentially dangerous because the sweating and added stress depletes your fluids and is another burden to endure. Keep 8 to 16 ounces of water by your bed at night. I would wake up with my heart racing in the night and be unable to fall back asleep before I realized I was getting too dehydrated. If I drank half a glass of water, my heart would calm and I'd be able to go right back to sleep. Don't forget electrolyte supplementation, or your energy can crash. Take exogenous ketones up to twice per day. When I was originally doing 5-day water fasts, I was not on a keto diet, so my body wasn't used to running on fat for fuel. I needed exogenous ketones to not get the keto flu, which causes symptoms such as tremendous muscle tightness, fatigue, nausea, insomnia, general irritability, headaches, and an upset stomach. Now let's talk about some mental strategies for handling the 5 days and after. Think about the gains you can have, potentially less pain and inflammation, weight loss, and the money you saved. Think about what an accomplishment it is to follow through on an intention like this and how good you'll feel about yourself for doing it. Plan to spend some of the money you saved on food on a pleasurable reward. Get support from an ally. A health coach like me can help build and keep your motivation up. Objectify what's happening in your body by measuring it with a Keto Mojo ketone monitor. This can help reinforce that your body is doing what the science says, burning fat for fuel. See the video description for a link to a discount. And it's important to have the mindset that it's okay if you don't make it to 120 hours. Every second you engage in the process counts toward the benefits. Having this attitude can remove a lot of the pressure of the process. Finally, be prepared for this to be a process and for your health not to change much after one 5-day fast. You're going through a unique health journey, and it may take repeat attempts and addressing other areas of your health to feel lasting improvement. The relief I felt with my first extended fast went away within hours. The next one led to a few days of feeling better. The next lasted a week. In time, I felt better for an entire month or more. I was continually addressing my health from all angles during that period as well. Now that I'm nearly pain-free, I still do a 5-day water fast once per year for the health benefits. When should you not stick to your 5-day goal? If you experience any of the following, stop the fast and contact your doctor. An unexpected emotional stressor arises. Vomiting or heavy diarrhea. Too much weight loss. Heart palpitations. Passing out. Extreme pain. Hair loss. Or strong hunger. You should only have weak desires to eat after the initial 30 hours or so. You made it all 5 days and now you're ready to chow down. Here are some guidelines for reintroducing food. You need to take care with refeeding, as a potentially fatal condition called Refeeding Syndrome can occur if you overeat or eat foods that are difficult to digest. This is mostly due to the digestive enzymes in your gut not getting restarted quickly enough. You can give your gut a boost with a digestive enzyme supplement, such as Now Foods Super Enzymes, which you can find in this video's description. For the first 2 days, it is recommended to eat only veggies and fermented food, and dairy if your health supports it. Bring back meat, starch, and your regular diet on day 3. A careful approach involves eating 30 to 40% of daily calories and veggies on day 1. On day 2, bumping that up to 50% works well, and then 100% on day 3. To find your caloric needs, calculate your basal metabolic rate through an online calculator, such as the one in this video's description. Here are some suggested foods for those first 2 days. Non-starchy vegetables of all kinds and fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, cheese, coconut milk, coconut kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, pickles, and beet kvass. 5-day water fasting can be a powerful tool for chronic health problems. It can have a tremendous impact on pain, inflammation, autoimmune diseases, and much more, as myself and my clients have experienced. Perhaps it can be a piece of the puzzle of your health improvement as well. I'll be covering fasting and many more useful health topics and approaches in the book I'm writing with former Mayo Clinic Dr. Jim Lemons. If you'd like support implementing extended fasting or assistance with anything else with your chronic health problems, I'd be happy to help with my health coaching and consulting services available via my website. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.